Hare Krishna, dear devotees, Bhagavad Gita Chapter 12 Summary Devotional Service Prayer Namo Om Vishnu Padaya Krishna Prasthaya Bhutale Srimate Bhakti Vedanta Swamine Iti Namine Namaste Saraswati Devi Gauravani Pracharine Nirvishesha Shunyavadi Paschatya Deshatarine Jaya Sri Krishna Chaitanya Prabhu Nityananda Sri Advaita Gadadhara Sri Vasadi Gaura Bhakta Vrinda ISKCON founder Acharya Srila Prabhupada ki jai. Ananta Kodi Vaishnava Bhakta Vrinda ki jai. Nitai Gaura Premanande Hari Hari Bol. All glories, all glories, all glories to Sri Guru and Gauranga. Chapter 12 Devotional Service. Hare Krishna. Today let us try to understand the entire flow of chapter 12, consisting of 20 verses. This chapter is entitled Devotional Service. Connection between chapter 11 and 12. In chapter 11, Arjuna witnessed the universal form of the Lord. Initially, he experienced great wonder. Then fear entered his heart, seeing that terrifying form was not favorable for intimate devotional service. Also, someone may think, perhaps the impersonal or universal feature of the Lord is greater than his beautiful personal form. Therefore, to remove all confusion and establish the supremacy of bhakti unto the original two-handed form of Shyama Sundara Krishna, Arjuna asked an important question. And Krishna ends the chapter by glorifying the wonderful qualities of his devotees. Verse 1, Arjuna's question. Arjuna asked, who is considered more perfect? Option 1, those who are always engaged in your devotional service. Option 2, those who worship the impersonal Brahman. This is the question that begins chapter 12. Verse 2, Krishna's clear answer. Krishna gives a direct answer. There is no ambiguity, doubtfulness. He says, those who fix their minds upon my personal form and worship me with faith are the most perfect. So Krishna clearly establishes the superiority of personal devotional service. Verse 3 to 5, worship of the impersonal feature. Krishna acknowledges that some worship the impersonal Brahman, but he explains that his path is very difficult. Meditating upon the unmanifest feature is troublesome. Progress is slow, and advancement on this path is difficult for embodied souls. Therefore, Krishna indicates that bhakti is easier, sweeter, and more natural. Verse 6-7, Krishna becomes the swift deliverer. Krishna now speaks about his devotees. He says, Tesam aham samudharta mrityu samsara sagarat. I personally delivered them from the ocean of birth and death. Just imagine the Supreme Lord himself becomes the rescuer of his devotees. Those who engage their mind, intelligence, body, words and senses in his service are protected by Krishna. What a wonderful promise! Verse 8 to 12, progressive stages of devotional service. Krishna now explains various levels of spiritual practice. Verse 8, the topmost stage. Krishna says, fix your mind and intelligence upon me always. This is the highest platform. Constant remembrance of Krishna. Verse 9, if that is difficult, Krishna says, no problem. Practice the regulative principle of devotional service. Gradually remember me. By regular practice, attachment to Krishna develops. Verse 10, work for Krishna work for Krishna. Suppose someone says, even regulated practice is difficult for me. Krishna says, then work for me. Whatever work we do, we can dovetail it in Krishna's service. Our talents, energy, time, and resources can all be offered to Krishna. Verse 11. Give up the fruits. Suppose someone says, I cannot even do that. Krishna says, at least renounce the fruits of your work. Do not live only for selfish enjoyment. Cultivate a spirit of sacrifice. Verse 12. Gradual advancement. Krishna explains, knowledge is better than mechanical work. Meditation is better than knowledge. And better than meditation is offering the fruits of one's work to Krishna. Because such surrender brings peace. Then Krishna compassionately provides different levels of for different devotees. He never rejects anyone. He simply helps everyone progress step by step. Verse 13 to 20. The wonderful qualities of Krishna's dear devotees. From verse 13 onwards, Krishna describes the qualities of his beloved devotees. And repeatedly he says, such a devotee is very dear to me. Some of these beautiful qualities are compassionate. He is not envious of anyone, friendly to all. He treats everyone with kindness, free from false ego. He understands everything belongs to Krishna, equal in happiness and distress. He remains steady in all situations, forgiving. He does not hold grudges, self-controlled. He controls his senses and mind. Determined. He remains fixed in devotional service, never disturbs others, nor is he disturbed by others, free from fear and anxiety. He depends upon Krishna, pure, both internally and externally. Expert. He uses everything in Krishna's service, free from material expectation. He is satisfied with whatever Krishna provides. Equipoised. In honor and dishonor, fame and infamy, happiness and distress, silent and grave, he speaks only what is beneficial. Fixed in knowledge and always engaged in devotional service. Verse 20. Krishna's final declaration. Krishna concludes the chapter by saying, those who faithfully follow this imperishable path of devotional service and accept me as the supreme goal. Bhaktastetiva me priyaha. Such devotees are exceedingly dear to me. Lesson from chapter 12. Krishna prefers loving devotion over impersonal realization. Bhakti is the easiest and most natural process. Krishna personally protects and delivers his devotees. Spiritual life progresses step by step. The real ornament of a devotee is his character. Krishna does not judge external position. He looks at devotion. Pure devotees are very, very dear to Krishna. Thus, chapter 12 concludes the Bhakti Yoga section of the Bhagavad Gita, beginning from chapter 7. Now, Krishna will gradually lead us into another important session dealing with knowledge, the body and the soul, and how true knowledge ultimately leads to devotion. In chapter 13, we shall learn about the field and the knower of the field. Who am I? Am I this body? Or am I something beyond the body? These profound questions will now be answered by Lord Krishna. Thank you very much. Hare Krishna. All glories to Srila Prabhupada.